Morning everyone. Saturday, 8:30. I got home yesterday to a can of special cider and a massive piece of steak, which I promptly cut up, cooked and consumed quite a lot of meat. Unfortunately, I woke up with a absolutely splitting kind of dehydration hangover, which was not good. So I've been drinking this morning, trying to put fluid back in my body because it obviously got absorbed by all the salt. So Saturday today we've got the Porsche 911 in. Some interesting driving going on here. Guess a lane. Oh, there's wifey. It was just me, the tyre looks a little low. I don't know whether it's because of the angle of the cube, the way it's parked, or whether it needs some air in it. You've been rallying it again off-road.
I don't take it off-road.
There's mud all up the side of the car.
Yeah, but I've been, like, the Letchlade is all dirty.
Medieval Letchlade, no worries.
They don't have real roads there.
No, you just drive on the Thames.
Alright, no worries, but yeah, I don't think we're planning on going anywhere particularly, so, but we'll come see you at some point.
Alright, see you in a bit.
Alright, bye bye.
Bye. Sorry about that. So yeah, we are back in the shop today with the Porsche. Got to do reversing camera, fascia kit, amplified harness, Pioneer. I think we're putting a 160 in this one. And then jumping back on with the bug out bus, getting back on with Neil's Transit. We've got oil change to do and trim the seats, so I'll try and pick up the oil filter and oil this morning from the motor parts people, and then at least I've got that ready to go, and then I'll probably start stripping down the seats and carpeting first, and then we'll do the oil service last, so I can kind of run the engine for a bit, warm it up, make sure it's good and ready to drop. Oil better when it's warm. Should always change oil when it's warm, not when it's cold. We need some breakfast and get off to work, and I will see you in a bit, everyone. Fireworks tonight, cannot wait. Morning everyone. Right, so we've got our Porky in. It's a 911 997 Gen 2. We've got the factory navigation, but it's the old school dash, so it's kind of got the double din at the top with the the heater controls already separated down. So we've got a big fascia to go in the top there. We've got fibre optic system, obviously there's bows in this thing, and we have to do number plate kind of camera at the top, in through this bumper, behind the light, in through the car, down and through to the front. So I'm going to get cracking on this, and then try and get as much done on the van as I can, possibly. My head is banging, so I don't know, I may lock the shop up and get a kip in and try and lose the headache. See you in a bit. Right everyone, Alex has got his sweat on. This Porsche is being difficult. So they're not the easiest because of where the engine is mounted in the back. So camera, we've got in just there. And then basically the camera, you've got to take your lights out, your number plate lights out, the camera cable comes up. Got to undo these 4 screws to make the bumper loose, and then take the headlight out, or sorry, tail light out. Camera cable comes up and across under here, goes over to the back. You've got a grommet at the very back here. That goes inside the car, but not inside the compartment. So you're kind of at the back of this, inside there. And then there's another grommet which is offset just over here, which you've got to be careful because that's the one that's sort of important for water, keeping the wet out the car, which, can you see just down there at the back? It's that one there. So our cable's in. Now with this one, slightly more difficult. It is the full Bose system, so I've had to take out the subwoofer, which is just down over there, and then lift all the carpet out of the way. So now I've got to put this back. We'll run the camera cable up across the headliner, because there's a nice gap up here down to the front. And then we're basically doing microphone, DAB aerial, all down the A-pillar, remove the radio, get that done. But it just takes time because you've got to remove a lot of this BS to get everything in, including the units down here just to lift the carpet because it's all on top of each other. But look at that for a colour fade, that's the sunlight. So there is no real light in here today, so that's not shade. Obviously my torch is here, look. So that's what the sun's done to it, and that's what colour it should have been. That's bad. God, get some tint on your Porsches, everyone. Madness. See you in a bit. Right then everyone, let's get a little update. So Porky's coming along. We've started in the dash, we've got all our cables run down to the front. I'm just starting the cabling for the dash. So we got a fibre optic box in. I've had to remove a load of Densian fibre optic stuff which was running kind of like a Bluetooth kit, auxiliary cable and iPod. But obviously we're not using that anymore because we're going to have a full-on integration with the Pioneer. So I've removed all of that. We've got our microphone in here, DAB aerial there, USB in the glovey, and then we're just sorting out powers, fibre optic, aerial, reverse camera, all the fun stuff, and then get the fascia in, the mount in, Pioneer cage done, fascia, outside trim, and then all the switches back on. But I'm going to pause for lunch. It's 12:30. We're getting on with this thing well. Yeah, so I'll see you in a bit. Feed my stomach. See you soon. Right then everyone, so we're taking a brief break from the Porsche for a second. We've got this Renault Capture. It's a 66 reg. It's got the R-Link Renault radio, and we're just doing a check. So currently this has no GPS signal. I've run through some tests, and basically the unit is like it's sort of like a separation. So we've got a controller on the front, screen in the middle, and then the unit is actually at the back. Now this one here is the Renault GPS, and what I've done is I've just put on my GPS plug, and it's running off of a hockey puck on the roof, and that's just giving us some external GPS to make sure we can do a test on what is in the car and that there's nothing wrong with it. But at the minute it is struggling to find GPS signal at all. Status and information, GPS status. So you see the green dots, this yellow satellite is out of reach, these green ones around it are all good. So that's what the unit can see. Now if I unplug my external GPS, which is on the roof, all of the satellites will slowly fade to no, I can't see you. See them all going yellow, and then they'll switch off to grey. There we go. So it's got no GPS now, it can't receive anything. Now if I plug in the Renault GPS, it's the blue FACRA, we get the screen back up, see we can start seeing satellites again. But the unit, if we go back to our satellite navigation, I go to navigation, view map, so we are over here somewhere, and at the minute it's struggling to find us. So I'd say with this one, unfortunately, I think we have a problem with the unit, not the GPS, which means there's nothing I can do about it because it's obviously a Renault system. So it's either a new receiver, maybe new software between this and this. The mech is obviously working, and this is where the sat-nav goes into, so maybe it's something inside this that's broken. But that's about all I can test for. The rest of this stuff will have to be done at Renault, but it doesn't know where we are. It takes 5 minutes usually to get GPS lock, but the fact that the screen can see the green lights of the satellites that fast, I'd probably say it knows what it can see, it just doesn't know what to do with it. So I'm going to either put this down to a fault unit or a software problem, but we'll give the customer a shout. No, that's not the customer. But we'll give the customer a shout, get him to come get it, and give him the bad news that he's got to go to main dealer. Da, da, da. See you in a bit, everyone. Right then, everyone. There we go. Porsche's done. Just about to get picked up by his owner. We've got CarPlay on this one. And reversing camera working like a champ. He needs to get some fuel because he's nearly out. But other than that, it is perfect. Even if I do say so myself, lads. This is the full bow system, so we've got microphone in the middle, the AB aerial over there, and we can see everything on our nice neat reverse camera. And then we have our CarPlay. There we go. Nice and done. See you in a bit, everyone. Alright then, darlings. So we're done for Saturday. I'm just getting stuck to my foot. I'm just getting ready to pack up. I've got to check the plugs are off. Yeah, I've got to get a coat and stuff sorted, umbrella, a torch, ear defenders for Jess. She got little sensitive ears, bless her. Get all that sorted, ready to go. But yes, we are done. Porsche's been picked up. That tranny obviously is still here. And we're nearly done with it. What do I need? Ear defenders, check. But we're going to go and enjoy some fireworks with the fam. Have a nice evening. So if you're out and about, fireworks night, take care, be safe. Don't lose an eye if you're doing anything careless. Just be careful. But other than that, love you and leave you. See you Monday for more stuff. See you then.
Looks quite like you.
We're gonna burn this guy in a bonfire and dance around the flames.
Nothing makes sense here.
Huh?
Green and pink, huge one.
Probably ran out of battery there, it took so long. Wow.